Recently we moved vintage dog box carriage LFX 1776 from our heritage precinct at Broadmeadow, where it had been in long-term storage for a decade or more, down to the Junee Roundhouse Railway Museum, where it will be now featured on display. The project necessitated a team from the workshop at Thelmere here to travel up to Broadmeadow to prepare the carriage for transport. It was tarped up to keep it safe en route, and it was then winched up on a low loader and transferred down the highway to Junee, to the Roundhouse Railway Museum, where it was unloaded safely into its new position on display there.
LFX 1776 is a lavatory car. Prior to the introduction of these cars, people on long distance journeys had to hang on the trains until they made scheduled stops at stations to let people get off and use the facilities. The introduction of the lavatory cars allowed people to use the toilet on the go. Each of these compartments had its own lavatory. The compartments themselves are only accessible from the platform. There's no central aisle, so you can't move between compartments.
Today at the Junee Railway workshops, we had delivered LFX 1776 from Transport Heritage New South Wales, which is part of the government's movable rolling stock. It's come to Junee to help represent the type of carriages that worked through on the South Mail, the Albury Mail, and even as much as the Melbourne Express. The Junee Roundhouse Museum had put an application in to Transport Heritage to have the carriage on display here at Junee, and what we've seen today is a very special lift truck which was able to place the carriage directly onto the railway tracks and then shun it into position here at the Roundhouse Museum.